Alright, well, it's time to finally nefus and chill with a little ferret here, and thanks for the host, Kityn here. We're gonna delve right into the Week 4 PTS patch notes for Update 32, otherwise known as the Deadlands DLC, version 7.2.3. We have a brief summary here at the top, but we're just gonna ignore that and just move on. Looks like they are, prepping for the second Meteor Mayhem, now renamed to White Strikes Mayhem. So it seems like they are now comfortable with multi-thread rendering. I'm not sure if this means it's out of beta, because right now it's in beta as a setting to basically have the game run better in terms of FPS and such. Just not sure. Now it's going to be turned on by default, starting with Update 32. Unless they specifically mean the PTS, but probably Update 32. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I think it's mostly polished, but hopefully they have caught any, outlier mistakes. We're going to keep going down here. And let's see if there's anything here of note. Monsters and NPCs, Havoc Roll, okay, the Unmaker, the Walking Bosses. Questing. Who's that? Combat and abilities, okay, well. What? Oh, you want to read this? Updated the Armory tutorial to mention the saving of quick slots. Oh, that would be your voice. Fixed an issue where you were able to summon or interact. Okay, well, that's whatever. I'm gonna go over the armory system this week in a new video. It's gonna be an armory system guide. And that's it. So, Nightblade Assassination. Oh boy, oh boy. I saw this change earlier in the ESO Discord. Grim Focus. This ability in this morphs now grants 60 weapon and spell damage per stack. So that's gonna be, what, 300 weapon and spell damage at 5 stacks of Grim Focus. That's pretty good. And I'm sure they did this because of probably loss of crit healing. Let's see the developer comment from Grim Focus post update 31. This change was done to ensure the class does not lose too much of its healing potency and self-sufficiency from the original conversion, where it granted critical damage and healing. Yeah, I mean, I think this is a fair change, and I don't think I'm pretty sure this is a bit better off than damage done in terms of raw stats. So whatever. I mean, Nightblade's still fucking fine after all these years. I feel like Nightblade in general has been like the least affected class throughout all the years. The past 7 years. Alright, so Siphoning, Malevolent Offering. This ability and morphs now have an upfront magic cost of 3,510. So it doesn't cost health anymore, so it has a no, it still does. And a residual health cost of 1080 over 3 seconds. So let's do a quick division here. That's 360 health per second, rather than a health cost based on a mixture of your spell damage and max magic over 8 seconds. I just don't understand why they need to have this, this health cost. I mean, it's not that strong of a heal compared to other heals. You know what I mean? And it's like, yes, it's less, what is it? It's less dangerous now with this change. What are you doing? No? You don't like this change? But anyway, these abilities can now target yourself and allies rather than on the allies. Okay, well, that's, I guess that's kind of one reason why. What are you doing? Kind of one reason why the health loss stays. So, I mean, whatever. Rewarded a tooltip for these skills, now with 100% more edge factor to help you get the blood dripping when using the skill. Shrewd Offering, this ability now ranks up in cost reduction rather than 1.1% healing done, and its base cost has been reduced to 3,240. The residual health cost also lasts 1 second less, causing it to drain less health to ensure its total cost is reduced to the expected level. Developer comment. For a long time, these abilities have had relatively low engagement, yes, due to the fact that they costed purely health and hurt the user more the higher the stats were, yep, making it both deadly and unadvantageous to run in situations where you need to stay alive. In addition, the health cost had low interplay with mechanics such as cost reduction and made it difficult to play around, leaving its core concept unsatisfying and untapped. We decided to switch this ability over to a dual cost skill. Yeah, okay. With the brunt of his cost being on the magical side of things and the rest of it filled in with health. It equals the base 4,590 burst heal cost of skills, such as Rush Serve when you have when you add them up. Okay. In addition, we've allowed the heal to be self-targetable, so the healer can keep themselves up in a situation of need, and giving the class a much-needed reactive self-heal. Okay. Overall, we hope this helps the skill stand out as something unique and thematic to the class with less overall restrictions and punishment on the caster. I mean, let's see if people do pick it up. I'll for sure definitely try this out. Maybe on like a Nightblade healer build or something, but I'm a little skeptical. We'll see. Fix an issue where weapon swap could cause... Okay, these are just kind of bug fixes. Let's see, item sets, fix an issue. Plaguebreak. Looks like Plaguebreak got a nerf or something. Let me see. This set now has a 2-second delay before it starts dealing damage and ticks every 2 seconds rather than every second. Okay, so they added a 2-second delay. To kind of like counteract that 2-second delay, it looks like they increased the damage per tick by approximately 82%. Resulting in approximately 18% loss in damage over its total duration. Okay, so I get it. Okay. Reduce the damage of the explosion by approximately 52%. Okay, but increase the scaling per target to 50%, up from 10%. Okay, this set now properly fires its explosion when the target dies while under the effect of the damage over time. Okay, so Plaguebreak's getting an adjustment here. Currently, this set feels like it's a better version of most damage over time sets, such as Hunter's Venom or Viper's Sting, where it can output decent pressure, but with the added bonus of an explosion if removed early. We've toned down both the damage over time and the damage of the explosion against low target counts, while increasing the damage against large target counts to ensure it continues smashing groups who are chain casting purges with reckless abandon. Overall, this should help reduce the need to purge a set and make it far less oppressive to fight against as a solo or low group count player. Yeah, I mean, I could see, like with all these sets, with Dark Convergence and all that, it's usually, and I say this like every patch almost, I feel like, at this point. It's like the sets they make to bust Zergs or ball groups are gonna end up getting used by Zergs and ball groups. So I don't know, hopefully this change will do something, but I feel like, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Anything else? Okay, well that's it. Week 4. Not a lot here, really. Not a lot here. Not a lot here. So I don't know what week 5 is going to have at this point. I think it's over. I think this is all the changes we're going to get. Who knows? Maybe they'll give us a... I don't know. At this point, I just wouldn't assume anything until live. They could probably change things, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? There were also maybe at least one thing that was not mentioned in the patch notes. You know, I think they either keep forgetting to... They probably keep forgetting to put it in the patch notes or something. But I think the past 3 patches, there's been like 1 or 2 stealth nerfs. Stealth nerfs, meaning that no one knew about it until they tested it, and then it was confirmed to be a intended nerf or intended buff in some cases, and never mentioned the patch notes. What are you doing? And then that one of the stealth nerfs I want to talk about. That sorry, that's Asian filming for my raid team today. One of the stealth nerfs I heard about today in the ESO Discord, is that they nerfed Diamond's Victory. And people tested it, and seems like it is an intended nerf. I'm sorry, but yeah, I mean, it basically, so the Blastbone, the nerf to Diamond's Victory is that it no longer gets both range and melee supremacy from Blastbones. So that's the stealth nerf that was not apparently in any of the patch notes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.